Yeah. So in this now, in this diagram, we are passing dry gas through this tube. The dry gas enters into the water. Already above the water surface, there is water vapor. Now this dry gas will be collected above the surface of this water. Now in this, the gas which is passing through the tube is there, and also the gas from water is there. Means from the water vapor is there, and also from tube some gas is coming. Now this gas is nothing but here moist gas. Moist gas. This is called wet gas. Moist gas or wet gas. So this moist gas is a mixture of what now? This moist gas is a mixture of two gases here. So moist gas is the mixture of what gases here? Two gases here. Is the mixture of two gases here. What are the two gases? One gas is dry gas plus another gas is water vapor. So one gas is water vapor, one gas is dry gas. And because of this dry gas, some pressure is exerted, that is called what up here? The pressure, the partial pressure of dry gas. And due to water vapor also some pressure is exerted, which is called partial pressure of water vapor. Partial pressure of water vapor. This partial pressure of water vapor is also called aqueous tension. What is it called? Aqueous tension. So aqueous tension is nothing but the pressure exerted by water vapor. Okay, so the pressure of dry gas plus the pressure of water vapor together is equal to what? The pressure of this moist gas. Moist gas is what? The mixture now. The total pressure of this gaseous mixture, that is moist gas, is equal to what? Dry gas pressure plus water vapor pressure. The pressure of water vapor at a particular temperature is called what? Aqueous tension. Okay. So what we have done here, the dry gas is passes through the water and collected above the surface of the water in the closed container. Now this gas collected above the water is always taken as what? Moist gas. In any numerical problem, if they mention that the gas is collected over the water, above the surface of water, if any gas is collected, that collected gas must be treated as moist gas. In this moist gas, what will be there? The dry gas possible will be there, and also water vapor, both are there here. And dry gas and water vapor, this mixture is nothing but moist gas here. Okay, so I'm going to next page. Yeah, now what we can take now? Pressure of moist gas. Pressure of moist gas is equal to what now? Pressure of dry gas. The partial pressure of dry gas plus the partial pressure of water vapor. Now this is moist gas. Now in exam generally they ask you pressure of dry gas. Pressure of dry gas. So the pressure of dry gas is equal to what now here? Pressure of moist gas. Pressure of moist gas minus the pressure of water vapor. Pressure of water vapor. And this pressure of moist gas is nothing but pressure of gas collected. Pressure of gas collected over the water. Above the surface of water, whatever the gas is collected is called moist gas. That is, the pressure of moist gas will be given to you. And the pressure of water vapor is also given in the problem. It is also given, and the moist gas pressure also is given, suppose. Then what will be asked to calculate generally? The pressure of dry gas. The pressure of dry gas from the above equation is equal to what? Pressure of moist gas, that is the pressure exerted by the gas collected above the surface of water. They will not use moist gas in the problem, in the numerical problem. They say that some gas is collected above the surface of water. Otherwise, the gas is collected over the water whose pressure is something will be given. That is pressure of moist gas. From this pressure of moist gas, what we have to subtract? The pressure of water vapor. This pressure of water vapor is nothing but aqueous tension. So what we can take now here? The pressure of dry gas. The pressure of dry gas is equal to the pressure of moist gas That is wet gas minus aqueous tension. Aqueous tension. This aqueous tension value will be given at a particular temperature. In the numerical problem, they mention some 25 degrees Celsius. At that 25 degrees Celsius, this aqueous tension value will be given to you. It will be given. So this aqueous tension we have to subtract from the pressure of the gas collected above the water surface. That will give dry gas pressure. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Yeah. So next thing is that now we are going to discuss next law called Graham's law. Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion or effusion. Diffusion otherwise effusion. So what is the law here? Graham's law of diffusion or effusion. Diffusion or effusion. So according to this law here, according to this law, what we have to understand is that suppose I'm taking one gas, suppose gas 1 and gas 2. So gas 1 and gas 2. Now here for this gas 1, the mass of the gas 1 is M1, mass of the gas 2 is M2, right? Next, pressure. Pressure of the gas 1 is P1, pressure of the gas 2 is P2. Is that clear? So next one, temperature. Temperature of the gas 1 is T1, temperature of gas 2 is T2. T1, T2 are what now? Kelvin temperatures. Next, density. Density is taken D1 and D2. D2. Next one, gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass of first gas is M1. Gram molecular mass of first gas is what? M1. And for second gas is M2. Gram molecular weight. And next you take vapor density. So vapor density of first gas is VD1. Vapor density of second gas is VD2. Generally, vapor density is equal to what? Gram molecular mass of gas by 2. Gram molecular weight by 2 will give vapor density. Okay. So like this one now, density generally is equal to what now? Density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. Okay. Like this we can take for gas 1, gas 2. And also we can take, let's take the screenshot of this. Now, again I'm taking same gas 1, gas 2. For the first gas, kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy is given by what now here? Ke1. Ke1 out right now here, half m1 v1 square. Half mv square na kinetic energy formula what? Half mv square. So kinetic energy formula what? Half m v square. What is m here? M is mass of the gas and mass of gas molecule, and v is what? Velocity. V is velocity speed. Okay. So half m1 v1 square. Here ke2 for second gas. Ke2, that is what now here? Half m2 v2 square. Half m1 v1 square and half m2 v2 square. These are what now here? Kinetic energies. And next important concept is the rate of diffusion. So this rate of diffusion is given by R1 for first gas, R2 for second gas. R1 for first gas, R2 for second gas. This R1 for the first gas is equal to V1 by T1. Means the volume of first gas diffused by time taken by the first gas to diffuse. Now here see. Similarly, R2 is equal to what now here? V2 by T2. Volume of second gas diffused divided by time taken by the second gas to diffuse is called V2 by T2. That is R2. So what is rate of diffusion here? The time taken means what? The volume of the gas diffused in unit time. In unit time, in 1 second, how much volume of the gas will be diffused is called what? Rate of diffusion. So rate of diffusion is nothing but the volume of gas diffused divided by time taken by the gas to diffuse is called what now here? Rate of diffusion. That is R1. Diffusion or effusion, both will be taken like this. Suppose I am taking here one balloon. Okay, so now here it is one balloon, and when you make a small hole on the surface of balloon, suddenly what happens now here? The gas will be coming out of this with force, with pressure. This gas will be coming out through small aperture. This is what now here? Small hole, small aperture. Through this small hole or small aperture, if suddenly gas comes out with pressure, that is called effusion. This phenomenon is called what? Effusion. Effusion is nothing but rate of effusion, or rate of effusion we take. And suppose if you open the scent bottle, okay, now this from this scent bottle, the scent gas. Now when you open the scent bottle, what happens here? From perfume bottle, the perfume will be coming out and will fill the room available. Okay, so the diffusion of perfume we can say here. What do you say here? Diffusion of perfume. That means what now? The diffusion of perfume gas meaning what here? The perfume gas will mix with air. Air is one gas and perfume is one gas, suppose. Then two gases are intermixing. So diffusion is nothing but the intermixing of two gases. Intermixing of two or more gases is called diffusion. But effusion is what now? Sudden escape of the gas through small hole is called what? Effusion. So effusion and diffusion. Rate of diffusion, rate of effusion, both will be taken in a similar way. So rate of diffusion or rate of effusion. Rate of diffusion or rate of effusion. Both will be taken what? R only. R1 for first gas and R2 for second gas. Here V1 is what? Volume of first gas in milliliters. And what is R2 here? Volume of second gas in ml divided by time taken in seconds. Time taken in seconds. Here also time taken by first gas in seconds. So the volume in ml, volume of gas diffused in milliliters divided by the time taken by the gas in seconds. This will give R1. R1 is for first gas. R2 is for second gas. So already we have discussed Graham's law. It is the revision class. Okay. So now like this for two gases where we have taken different properties of gases. Okay. So take the screenshot of this. Yeah, now check it here. Now for two gases, if you compare the two gases, for two gases diffusing, okay, for two gases diffusing, for the two gases which are diffusing in the gas. Okay, so when two gases diffuse in the air, suppose in the air they are diffusing in air, suppose, or diffusing in vacuum in air. Otherwise, we can take in vacuum. Okay, in vacuum there won't be any medium, but in air there will be gaseous medium and some dust particles. Different media will be there in air, but in vacuum there won't be any medium. Okay, so like this now we are taking suppose for two gases which are diffusing in air, suppose, or which are diffusing in vacuum. Diffusing in air, otherwise vacuum. Air or vacuum. So in air, otherwise vacuum, the two gases are diffusing, suppose. Now in this case, what we take is that R1 by R2, R1 by R2 is equal to under root M2 by M1. Here R is what rate of diffusion of first gas, R1. R2 is what rate of diffusion of second gas. That equals to here under root M2 by M1. M2 is what gram molecular weight of second gas upon gram molecular weight of first gas. That equals to under root D2 by D1. That means what now here? Density of square root of density of second gas upon density of first gas is also equal to square root of VD2 upon VD1. That means vapor density of second gas by vapor density of first gas. So R1 by R2 is equal to under root M2 by M1. M is what now? Gram molecular weight. D is what? Density. VD is what? Vapor density of gas. And R is what? Rate of diffusion. In place of R1, what we can write now? V1 by T1. In place of R1, what we can write? V1 by T1. Now here by what is there here? V2 by T2. V2 by T2. R1, in place of R1, what we have written? V1 by T1. And in place of R2, what we can write? V2 by T2. That equals to what now here? V1 by T1 into T2 by V2. Right now. So V1 by T1 into T2 by V2. So this is what now here R1 by R2 is equal to what? R1 by R2. In place of R1 by R2, what we can write? V1 T2 by T1 V2. V1 T2 by T1 V2 we can write. So the same thing we can take. Now V is what now here? Tell me. What is V here? V is volume of gas. Volume of gas diffused. Volume of gas diffused generally is taken in ml. And T is what now? Time taken. Time taken by the gas. Time taken by the gas to diffuse. Time taken by the gas to diffuse. Time taken by the gas to diffuse is what now here? T. And what is M here? M is, capital M is what? Gram molecular weight. Gram molecular weight or gram molecular mass. And small d is what? Density. And Vd is what? Vapor density. In this way, we can take the relation between R and M. So R1 by R2 is equal to under root M2 by M1. That equals to under root D2 by D1 equals to under root VD2 by VD1. So any relation we can take here. Suppose mostly we use this relation here. So for two gases, R1 by R2 is equal to under root M2 by M1. We have taken. Is that clear now? Let's take the space shot if you need. Next now, another important area is that for two gases, now, R1 by R2 means what? Rate of diffusion of first gas by rate of diffusion of second gas is equal to, okay, P1 by P2. Here P is what now here? Pressure. P is what? Pressure. Okay, now here R1 by R2 is equal to P1 by P2. That means what now? Rate of diffusion is directly proportional to pressure. This point you have to know. Rate of diffusion of a gas is directly proportional to its pressure. Okay, more the pressure, more will be rate of diffusion. So R1 by R2 is equal to P1 by P2 into under root T2 by T1. Under root T2 by T1. That means what now here? Rate of diffusion of a gas is directly proportional to capital T, square root of capital T. That means what now here? Rate of diffusion of a given gas is directly proportional to square root of temperature. Square root of capital T. Capital T is what? Kelvin temperature. That's why R1 by R2 is equal to under root T1 by T2. R1 by R2 is equal to under root T1 by T2. But R1 by R2 is equal to P1 by P2 into next under root M2 by M1. Under root M2 by M1. That means what we have to understand here? rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to square root of gram molecular weight. M is what here? Gram molecular weight. M is what here? Gram molecular weight. So rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to square root of the gram molecular weight of the gas. So this way we have to understand relation between rate of diffusion of gas and pressure, rate of diffusion of gas and temperature, rate of diffusion of gas and its gram molecular weight. This way we got formula what now? R1 by R2 is equal to P1 by P2, P1 by P2 into under root T1 into under root T1 M2 by T2 M1. So P1 by P2 into under root T1 M2 by T2 M1. Okay, so in this way, this formula is most important formula for numerical problems. Okay, so this formula is to be remembered here. Very important formula. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Very important. Now tell me here, in place of R1, what we can write? R1 in place of R1, V1 by T1, V1 by T1 into T2 by V2, right? R1 by R2 in place of R1 by R2, what we have written this way here. So this is what now here, nothing but in place of R1 by R2 we have written. So R1 by R2 means what now? T1, V1 by T1 into T2 by V2 is equal to what I wrote formula? P1 by P2 into T1 M2 divided by T2 M1. Okay, so a square root of T1 by T2 into square root of M2 by M1. Here no square root for this pressure here. So it is relation between what now here? The two gases here. The two gases we take here. This one. It is for what now? For two gases. Okay. And now what we have to understand is that sometimes in the problems, in the numerical problems, they say that volume of two gases is same. Equal volumes of two gases, they say. Equal volumes of two gases means 1 ml of first gas, 1 ml of second gas, suppose. Then equal volumes means V1 is equal to V2. In that case, we need not write V1, V2. We did not mention. We need not mention here. Okay. So now different conditions we are taking here. Suppose I'm taking case 1. In this case now here we are taking for two different gases. For two different gases with same volume. With the same volume. With same volume. Volume is same here. Volume is same for two gases. But two different gases. Different gases means what now here? Gram molecular weights will be different. Gram molecular weights M1, M2 will be different values. For two different gases with the same volume, suppose. Same volume means what we have taken here? Here, same volume in immediate, what we have to do is that V1 is equal to V2. Both will be same. So in the formula, what we can write now here? V1, V2 need not write. Then what we write? T2 by T1 is equal to what now? T2 by T1. Here V1, V2 get cancelled here. Then T2 by T1 is equal to what now here? P1 by P2, P1 by P2 into under root T1 M2, T1 M2 divided by what? T2 M1. Like this we can write. Here, why we did not write volumes here? Because the volumes are same for both gases. Now 5 ml of first gas is diffusing and 5 ml of second gas also is diffusing. So both gases are diffusing the same volumes. Therefore, we write V1 is equal to V2 here. In this case. In this case one. Take the screenshot. Now, case 2, suppose. Case 2. In this case, what we have taken up here? Suppose two gases, two different gases diffusing in the same time. That means what now here? Diffusing at the same time means what? The T1 of first gas is equal to T2 of second gas. The time taken by the first gas to diffuse is equal to time taken by the second gas. Suppose two different gases means different volumes we are taking. Suppose different volumes, different pressures, different temperatures, but they are diffusing in the same time. The time of diffusion is same. Time of diffusion is same. In this case, what we write now here? The previous equation once recall. Here V1 T2 by T1 V2. Here T1 T2 get cancelled. Time is same for both gases we have taken. Now T2 by T1 we need not write here. Then what can write V1 by V2. What we write now here? V1 by V2. Therefore, V1 by V2 is equal to what now? P1 by P2 into T1 M2 divided by T2 M1. So this way we can write here. So it is about what now here? The ratio of what? Volumes of two gases diffusing. Volumes of two gases diffusing is what now here? This one. V1 by V2 is equal to under root T1 M2 by T2 M1 into P1 by P2. So this formula we have to remember. In this case 2. Okay. Now I'm taking here case 3, suppose.